Damn it, Bobby. All right, guys. Now it's time for day 8 of the 60-day Spartan Calisthenic Challenge. All right, first thing we're gonna do is 30 seconds of high knee taps. All right, let's do it. Go at a comfortable pace, guys. As far as intensity on this pacing, I'd say it's maybe a 5. Don't have to kill yourself. 15. 20. 30. All right, guys. So let's get to it. All right. Now, start off the day. We're gonna do single leg glute bridges. All right. Now, if you don't remember what those are, we got a little refresher for you. All right. Enjoy yourself on the ground. Kick a leg out. Drive your heel into the ground to lift your glutes up to form a bridge. We're doing 15 of these each leg. I recommend doing about, that's 6, 7, switching legs. All right, lower yourself, slow and controlled. All right, let your hips move forward. All right, you're not just poking your butt off the ground. Your hips are shifting into it. All right, you'll notice my leg goes higher than necessary. That's just what it'd be. "13, 14, 15, switch it up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good stuff, guys. Keep it up. All right, now we're gonna do pike push-ups. Yeah, whatever. All right, so remember, pike push-up. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Get that behind the knee burn in there if you want. It's a good stretch. Lower yourself, raise yourself. 15, too easy, get a little closer. Get your hips underneath your head more. 9, 10, 5 more. We're doing 15 of these. Oh. Good shit, man. Keep it up, guys. All right, I'm on a disc golf court, so I may have some people coming over here in a minute. That's okay, though. They can guest star. All right, now, we're going to do it easy. Wait. Sip of water. Don't forget. Now, we're going to do 15 push-ups. All right, guys, remember, keep your shoulders over your wrists. All right, and keep your hands nipple width apart. Well, chest width apart, actually. All right, get over you. Like I said, I like making my feet upside down at the bottom, so I'm not changing my trajectory mid push-up. 15 of these. 5, 6, 7, keep it up. 8, 9, 10, 5 more, keep it up. One more. Really drive those heels into the ground, guys. All right. Now, with this, oh yep, sip of water. Remember, guys, we're doing leg lifts now. Side to side lifts over a centralized object. Make a little foundation underneath your back if you need it. The progression from this is not needing it. So attempt to not need it. All right, so you want to be over top of it. Transfer your legs to one side. Don't let your heels touch the ground. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 15, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Reset. All right, guys, good stuff. Keep it up. Now, all right. So now we get hand walks. All right, so it's the same position as the pike push-up. Walk it out to a push-up position. Walk it back. Right hand, left leg. All right, reset. Left leg, left hand, right leg. Reset. That's 1 each. 10 each, come on. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10. Walk it back out. Now you can rest. So, while being a bit of a shoulder workout, That's a heavy ab exercise as well. If you've ever seen in school or any gym, they have those two handles with the wheel, and you wheel it out and you wheel it back. Same thing, but no wheel. All right? It was like 3 big dudes, and like one of them's like 2 little girls or some shit. It looked like a bunch of bikers. This shit was funny, man. All right, so now, so take a minute. All right, we're gonna do high to low planks. More people, guys, no sweat. Damn, man, come on. All right, now we're gonna do high to low planks. All right, so these ones, similar muscles, similar intensity. Actually, no, screw that. If it's gonna be the similar intensity, similar muscles, I'm scratching that one. You guys are gonna do side planks. All right, so elbow underneath the shoulder. All right, and you lay like this on the ground from a sideways view. Have your elbow underneath your shoulder and have your hips on the ground and your feet on top of one another. Now, when you move from this position, you raise your hips up off the ground to make your body straight. Now hold this for as long as you can. All right, you should feel it down here because your body's pushing against that net. All right, this net is your ab musculature that's keeping you upright, specifically your obliques and side abdominals. 10. We're going for 30 on this at least, guys, okay? $20. $30. All right. Switch that shit up. Same thing. All right, get your hips on the ground, your feet on top of one another, elbow underneath your shoulder to get a good firm foundation. All right. Drive your elbow into the ground and lift your hips up. All right. Doesn't really matter how you stand. Thanks, man. Just keep those hips off the ground, pushing upward against gravity. It's 10. $20. 26. 28. 30. All right. Good hold, guys. All right. Take a sip of water. Breathe for a moment. Once again, guys, today is day 8, shoulder day. Now, give yourselves a chair. All right, really anything can do as long as it's elevated like this bench here. In this elevation, it's called an elevated pike push-up. So get your heels up there, your shoulders underneath yourself. So we're getting more of the hips underneath your shoulders, which is increasing the weight. All right, aim for 10 of these. If you can't do 10, that's fine. Two more. Whew. As you can tell, guys, this is pretty intense, but the more we get your hips above the shoulders, the more that musculature works. The more we can get that to work, the bigger your shoulders get. Easy peasy. All right, now take a sip, stay hydrated. Sorry guys, the disc golfers are kicking ass over here. Hell yeah, buddy, keep it up. You guys throw that shit way straighter than I ever could. Yeah, they're throwing it. It's going like 50 yards dead straight in a line. Shit's crazy. High toss one, it immediately goes, curves to the right and jackknives, hits me in the back of the head or some shit. All right, now we're gonna do sit-ups into a straighten up. All right, and what this is the proper way to do a sit-up. All right, most people don't know about this, so they do sit-ups in some fashion like this. They go like this. All right, well, that can work. It's putting strain on your back in ways that you don't want, and it's not using the ab muscles to lift you up. So what we're gonna do instead is you can lock your fingers behind your head, just don't push your hands up to aid your head in the traveling forward. All right, what you're gonna do is do the same thing, but you're gonna sit up. So you get up there, and then you're gonna drive your hips forward so that your spine is straight. All right, there's gonna be a little curvature down here because, you know, we're humans, we're not contortionists. All right, I'm gonna lower it back down. 2. All right, so the traditional sit-up gets to here. We're driving our hips forward to straighten ourselves out. This is getting the back as well as the abs, the entire core musculature. All right. 6, 7, 8, just 10 of these guys, no big deal. 9, 10. All right, lower yourself back down. All right, good stuff. So, once you do them, probably on the 3rd or the 4th one, you can immediately tell that the shifting of the hips forward is, first off, all your power comes from your hips and your glutes, all right? That's your entire body's strength-bearing system, all right? And as a man, we need to be utilizing that because that's what's producing our testosterone, all right? Yeah, your butt cheeks make your testosterone weird, right? All right, but now that we know that, Spartans utilize every tool in our arsenal, all right? We weaponize ourselves, all right, with our mind, loving discipline, loving people, loving our brothers to maintain our formation, loving our bodies to take care of ourselves, loving discipline to strengthen ourselves, pushing our minds and our bodies past their limits so that we can continue to grow and improve, all right? Loving ourselves enough to utilize the God-given hormone, testosterone, to boost us to levels beyond what we can know without it. Many of our foods today, especially in America, are heavily processed, all right? Heavy sugar content, heavy soy content, all right? Soy used in tofu, all right? It's a easily producible plant, all right, that can be utilized in many different forms, all right? You may see it in certain proteins. I would avoid all soy-based protein. I would avoid eating soy in general. All right, these fake sugars and highly addictive sugars and soy make us very docile. All right, the sugars make us docile because it hits directly into our dopamine receptors, giving us feel-good feelings. That's why soda is so addictive. That's why sugary things are so addictive, because they make us feel good when we... I was sitting like that, that's wrong. Putting pressure on your knees, don't sit like that. That heavy sugar content affects our dopamine receptors and gives us good feelings in the same fashion that sedating our minds with alcohol and drugs does. All right, and that sedation is very bad. It's not good, it's not healthy. All right, and one of the main reasons that it's bad is because it's sedating us. So if we're being sedated, all right, we're being made docile. we're okay with things just being okay, all right? So first off, that's weakness of mind and spirit and body, all right? We, as Spartans, do not allow that. We don't allow that into ourselves. We don't allow ourselves to be weak like that. Don't get me wrong, like I'm gonna eat a brownie if I want a brownie. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying to overindulge in these things makes us complacent and weak, all right? And if we're complacent and weak, we're not at our we're not at the best mental capabilities that we could be at, physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. We're diminished in every aspect. It's the same thing with soy. Soy has a high estrogen content, okay? Estrogen and what's known as cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone, okay? So it's what your body produces when you're very stressed. All right, when estrogen and cortisol are high in your body does not produce testosterone. It inhibits testosterone production. So we have to omit that from our diets and alleviate ourselves from stressful situations. That's not to say we avoid stressful situations. We attack them head on and solve them. The only way to do that is to be honest with ourselves and the problem, okay, and whoever the problem entails, all right? And we don't concede ourselves, okay? I'm not saying you get angry. I'm not saying that when your wife's pissing you off, you go punch her or you hit her because you don't know how to handle a problem, because you don't know how to communicate, because you don't know how to negotiate. What she's experiencing and feeling is her thing. She's the ocean. She has those feelings and experiences, all right? So you need to tame yourself and control yourself and your behaviors, because the mountain does not wane no matter what's hitting it, okay? So you maintain yourself so you can solve the problem, all right? It's the same thing if you have a problem with your coworker. It's the same thing if you have a problem with your dad. It's the same thing if you have a problem with your brother. It's the same thing in all of those situations. It's just easier to relate it to a woman especially, because most of the time we just forgive and ignore the familial issues or the friend issues. But it's all the same issue. The issue is you. So you need to attack these things and solve them through true and honest communication, articulation, and negotiating. All right? And that means not conceding yourself. Okay? So if you're like, hey, you're speaking to me in a disrespectful manner, I don't appreciate that. And they're like, okay, and they continue to do it, then you just don't talk to them again. They clearly don't care because they didn't make an effort to change. Look, you solved the problem without conceding yourself, because you're not diminishing yourself intrinsically, all right, your own self-image, by allowing yourself to be treated like crap, and you didn't destroy the other person to make your point. You rose above them and yourself and the situation. And they didn't rise up with you, so they left, and they're out of your life, and you don't have to deal with them anymore. That's true strength. That's true mental fortitude. That's true emotional fortitude. That is true strength that Spartans wield in our arsenal, all right? And that's the true shield to protect ourselves. It's like some interesting sword and shield combo all wrapped into one. It's pretty nice. All right, God bless you guys. Kick ass, and I'm proud of you guys for day 8. Let's do it.